The year 1918. In a barren mining village no one cared for, from a shabby house about to fall apart, was heard the crying of a newborn baby. 2,000 years ago, at least he was served by creatures and worshipped by the magi who came from the east and bowed down before him. In a shabby house covered in dust, on a cold floor, Father began his life at his second coming. Through the piercing, cold wind, God became a man and came to dwell among us. It was a deadly war. Before the nightmare of death was gone, another dark shadow swung across the continents. It was the Spanish flu. 1/3 of humanity fell because of the madness of the outbreak, and 100 million lost their lives. Death chased them relentlessly. People called it a medical holocaust. The horrible catastrophe swept the whole world, and Korea was no exception. The cold seemed to go away, but the situation quickly changed. The death toll rose rapidly. In some villages, everyone was infected, and there is no one to handle the dead bodies. It was a horrible sight. It was a terrifying catastrophe where half of the population of Chosun was infected and 140,000 people died. The epidemic broke out in the West and quickly spread to the other side of the globe in Korea. Why did the Prince of Darkness put the lives of all mankind in danger? "1918 was the year Satan trembled in great fear. No matter how strong the power of darkness was, Satan could not change the will and purpose that Almighty God already predestined.
Satan was aware of God's appointed time and season. He guessed the time of the birth of Moses, who would lead the Israelites, and stirred up Pharaoh's heart to give an order to kill every boy that was born to the Hebrews. At that time, Moses was born, and he was in danger of being killed, but he took refuge in Pharaoh's palace owing to God's favor. When Jesus was born, King Herod intended to kill him and gave an order to kill all the boys who were 2 years old and under in Bethlehem and its vicinity. Jesus took refuge in Egypt. No matter how crafty Satan is, he can never change God's purposed plan.
No matter how crafty Satan is, he can never stop God's prophecies from moving forward. clock of history had already begun to move its hands. It stopped at one prophetic point in 1918. On that overwhelming day, when the last prophecy began to be fulfilled.